Hey, you tubies! You might be a little confused because there's not a car in the background. But that's because we're not working on a car today. We're doing electrical. This is my patio that we rebuilt, so now we're redoing electrical. So I already got my boxes mounted. All I gotta do now is run the wire from dingy and place to place and stuff like that. And I figured you guys should come along. Now, I got one of these books, so I'm really not worried about if I have any questions and I don't know what to do, because I got all the answers. And I got tools and extra boxes and wire and stuff, so let's do some electrical. In this adventure, I've got my lower outlets like most everyone else does, but I'm also gonna run 2 on this wall up high, 2 on this wall up high, and probably 2 up high on this wall. Why? Because I like to hang lights for some mood, okay? Some mood lighting. And the overall goal is to make this room extra part of the house. So drywall and better flooring and stuff like that, which it's really not that great to start with. You see my piggy ramp and the kegerator that's chilling in the corner. It's not even the corner, it's just right there. Let's do something. Let's add these top row, and oh yeah, I'm also gonna do some countertop highs on this wall, just because I figured I could put a table and maybe plug in a crock pot or a stereo or something so we could party in here. Yep. You know, we also probably maybe need a TV. Yeah, well, that's in the future. But for now, we're focusing on the electrical, the stuff I used to do every day, which I didn't even do residential. I did commercial, but I don't feel like I can't do this job. So just talking to you guys, I realized to do that upper row, I kind of need a ladder. And that's something that this house is lacking of. Who doesn't own at least a 6-foot ladder? This guy. That's a shame. So I found a Mikey's approved step stool, a metal table. So I might fall off, I might stay on. But it'll work for now, and I can get my boxes up there and run my wire, so I don't have to go back to my dad and ask for another tool today. So let's do something. I'm always talking to you. And just like that, the top row is up. No measurements needed, just height, so they all look the same. Now, I just gotta drill some holes through all these 2x4s so I can connect each box with wire. But I also gotta think, I've got this one that's gotta come up and over and back down because it can't go through because of the door. So we're gonna go up, over, so those holes got to be big enough to reach or have 2 wires go through. So I just use 3/4 inch paddle bit and give her a little wobble as she goes in, turns it into more like 7/8. And you want to center it in the 2x4 as much as possible. That way you don't have screws coming for your drywall or on the outside for sheeting and poke your wire in the future. It's something to do with the codes in the codes books that I showed you earlier. It's a little messy. You don't want to know all the details. Just, I'm sure you're here for the show, and hopefully I watch me fall off this thing is what you're thinking. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Probably wrong. And if you like your drill, your good drill like I do, I just use the crappy one that plugs in and will probably break my wrist as I drill every one of these holes. But I want to keep my nice drill nice and not burn it up. I'm drilling 1,000 holes in all these 2x4s. So here I go, drilling time. So here's up at my level, and I got all the holes drilled, and here's a closer view all the way around. And then I got this one for the lowers. So now I can run my wire all the way around and hippity hoppity stuff like that, you know? Now me personally, I like to run my wire all the way around from point A to point B mostly, and then come back and leave me some loopies that I can stick in my boxes, okay? And then I chop that off because I still have to figure out this black wall. I gotta get rid of that foam and run my home run across it and then down into the basement next to this little LB, whatever it is, the box. The pass-through, okay? And I ain't got that far in thinking yet. I'm taking it a step at a time, piece by piece, like I always do, okay? I don't want to get ahead of myself, because I'll ruin it. This is a one and done type situation, hopefully, okay? I did the top one first, because it felt like it was harder. Kinda, maybe, a little bit. Now I do these lower ones, up and over a couple times. So just hang in there. The slow stuff, the boring stuff is all happening right now. Well, I took a pretty good whooping getting those up and over to the next boxes around. The hardest part is them corners. Just to get it to round and pull smooth, it's just a pain. But now they're beyond that. I come back and I just gotta staple these up the wall. Well, you don't want to use any random staple. You want to get the right ones. Yep, those things. And then just go up as I said. Should end up with something like this. Prettier than mine probably, but it looks good. It'll run the electricity from point A to point B. Hey YouTubies, I just ran inside and put on a new t-shirt. No, that's a lie. It's actually a new day for me. I had to call it a night last night and here I am. So the main mission is I forgot to even put the box in that wall where I want it. So I gotta take that foam down and put a box there and then run the wire. Then I also have one over here I want to put that I've just been avoiding because I really don't want to deal with this mess. But I'm to the point where I've got to take it down and put a box and wire the stuff in. So here I go. Well, getting that off the wall wasn't too hard. Came off pretty quick and pretty big chunks. I expected smaller. But not a damn nail. Not one came with it. So, you know what I'm going to be doing again? Plucking nails. Yep. Just nail after nail after nail after nail. And that's just one 2x4 of 11. So I'm gonna be here for a minute. Well, that felt like forever for me, but it actually didn't take too long. Most of the nails are gone. There's a few remaining up there and whatever, but that's not what I'm worried about right now. I want to do the electrical. Yep. Next part is adding a box in this range somewhere. Probably like right here. Yep. Probably here. Okay? And then we're going to run the wire from that box on the ground. Well, it's not on the ground. On the lower side of the wall. Up, over, through this wall. Okay? And then drop it down to wherever said box is going to be. And at the same time, we've got to run another one, power, from the box up top through the same hole. And that one's going to get continued down this section, or this one actually, and through the floor. It's going to go into my basement. And I'll set a box and run power to it, okay? But that's where my power's coming from. Okay, actually, I was wrong. These ones are switched. So that one's gonna get run across and hit the switch. It's gonna be on the wall over there. And then go down to the basement. And as well as this one will go down to the basement from there. And then I got one more on the other side to do. And then we'll run the home run power to the panel and we'll light it up. No, we won't. We're not gonna light it up. That's gonna be the mission. After that's done, I gotta hit the Home Depot or the hardware store of some sort and get drywall and insulation and screws to put the drywall on, and you know, the mud stuff they put in between the cracks and stuff. Yep. I'm gonna have to get all the rest of it and then we'll put power to it. Yep. Seems right. Hey, check this out. So, I ran out of wire. That's all I got. So I'm gonna have to hit the hardware store a little sooner than I expected. But I do have good news. Got my power from the basement. 3 different sections. One for the lighting for the ceiling. Then I got one for the upper receps. And then I got the one for the lower receps. And this one looks a little confusing here because I messed up and cut that wire that comes from this one down and around too short to get to the basement. Yep. So what I did is just put a splice as they call it. So these two will just get connected, shoved in the back of the box, and forgot about. So, is what it is, I guess. I have to live with it. It's my mess up. Or it's run a whole new wire. And wire's expensive. So, wire nuts are cheaper, and that's my option. So the only thing I got left in wire-wise is to run that reset, that box, to that box that's not there yet. But I also don't have that box. So I gotta go pick up 2 blue boxes, some wire, and then a light for right here. It's gonna be on the other side, outside, and a box that'll hang a 50-pound ceiling fan, just in case, to be prepared. I don't know what kind of light I want to go with. So I'm gonna put the box that'll hold a lot of weight. With that being said, I'm gonna have to wrap it up for a day and try again tomorrow after I hit the hardware store and get some wire and stuff. So see you in a sec. Hot diggity dog, man, am I excited to be back in the patio doing some patio stuff. It's been like a week since I've been out here. Yep. And got a little distracted with a couple other projects. You know, so I did film them. If you haven't checked them out yet, go ahead and check them out. One of them was the Honda interior. Turned out just wonderful. Way better than I expected, okay? And then I also did a transmission with my brother Cody and his 2001 Suburban, which is 418,000 miles. Holy cow. So we did that. I got it on film. Yep. And here I am. I finally got the wire and my boxes. Yep. The tools are still out from a week ago. I got the heat in here because as you can look out the doors and the windows, we got snow. And it's only about 35 degrees out right now. So even with no insulation in this box, it's actually really warm. Sweatshirt weather, it's workable. So I gotta do something. I can't sit on the couch, okay? So I also grabbed a ladder from Grandpa because, man, I can't reach all the way up there. And I know my name is Mike, but I ain't no Michael Jordan, okay? So I can't jump that high. And work? No. Nope. So I got a ladder. And then I'm gonna run that real quick to over there, as I talked about earlier in the video. Then I gotta move that light out yonder way, as I talked about earlier. And then I also need a ceiling light. But I forgot the box. Dang it. That's all right. I'm gonna move on. I'm just gonna run the wire and let it dangle up there. And if these dogs get in, they won't be able to reach it and ruin it. So, yeah. Moving forward. It took a little bit. Yep. And look at this wire. My dad had this sitting in the barn over there, and it is just dusty. Dusty. But it's new. It's what I need. It's got the three wires in it. Not conductors. 2 are conductors, you know, and then the one's ground. You know what I mean. Yep. It's wire. I need it. It's going in the wall. Something like that. So let's do something, I guess. Drill some holes again. Fish some wire. Oh yeah, forgot to mention I also got my coffee to stay warm in my big old thermos. Yep, all the coffee. Drilling holes, oh yeah! Here, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy. Here, fishy. There you are. Something like that. You know, a little drill, little tug, and set the box, that'll complete that mission. Okay, that was a simple one. Uh-oh, little JBL's dying on me. Better plug her in. Now, did I mention earlier to label your wires? Because this is why. I'm 2 weeks later. Not really, it's only a week. And now I can remember where each wire goes, and I'm not stupid, okay? But that's simple. Don't just label your wires, okay? Just label. Label. That's everything with electrical. Just, if you don't know, just label it for the next guy. Maybe, probably yourself. Yep. Since that one's done over there now, I gotta focus on moving this guy out to the other side wall here and get something wired for up here. Yeah, I got some help. Miss Phoebe came in from outside. She's a little cold. It's way warmer in here. She's coming to help. She's excited to help. That's my buddy. One of many. Alright, YouTubies, I forgot about you again, gosh darn it. That's okay. But I started this. And you see this little guy? That's what we call a little homemade fishy. So I drilled a hole up because there's a header here. And I had to drill one down. And we'll come up here. Hang on. Yeah, see, my drill's still up here. And what I did is drilled a couple holes. And then I drilled a hole up here, right there, and then I put this wire in, and it just snuck. I lined up my holes close enough, but now I got that stuck in there, so I could come down here, and I could take my new wire right here, and I could just tape it to the end that's poking out and pull it on up and over where I need it 2 times, and we're good to go, man. Woo! Something like so. And I also attached another little piece. So I got 2, because I actually need 2 to go through. One for the center light, then one for the wall light over here. So what I'm gonna do is pull this up, pull the one to the center light where I need it, and then reattach to this other section and pull it up another line for over there on that wall over here. Okay, now we're up here now. So now you want to unwrap the entire roll of electrical tape you put on here, because you don't want to pull your second wire, your second fishy, through. You want it to stop there so you can still attach to the bottom side. Okay, so don't forget this, otherwise you're gonna have a lot more fun. Now this is what I ended up with. So this is center. I'm gonna put a light roughly here. So I wrapped it around beam, pulled it tight. Now don't staple these yet. Not yet, okay, because we still have another wire to go through. Okay, so now I got this one on the roll here. That's the one that I used for up here. We're gonna take this thing and run it on this side down into here, the switch box, and we're gonna snip it, snip, okay? And then we'll attach the other end of the wire again, the roll, to our fishy roll right here. We'll tape it to that end and pull that sucker up and all the way over yonder here in this area. See that? Up through, you see 2 lines, one stops, one continues. All right, now you just got to bring her over here, poke a hole in that one, poke a hole in these 3, run her on down to somewheres in this range, set a box. This is what I ended up with. There's a general spot of where my light is. I got another spot on the outside. See? That's the official spot of where my light's gonna go. But I got my wire ran up over. And we're gonna come over here. And that's this wire, which is gonna go where this wire is to the switch on the inside of the house, so I don't have to come out here and flicker on the outside light. And then I re-ran this one with the same wire. I didn't get new wire because it was a little short. And it was over here with this one, and then I had to go over here, and it just wouldn't get in the box if I put one here. So I just re-ran it so it would be center side to side without running a new wire. So now my list is getting very short. All I have to do is drill a hole in the siding and OSB for that one. I've got to come around and get all my top ones poked in the boxes. I have some of them, but not all of them. And then this one over here, I got this existing receptacle right here. And then I'm gonna put another box at a countertop pipe because I want to put countertops here one day, maybe. But put a box there, put that into that box, and then put in a new plug, and then it'll be all new. And that's about it for this thing. So we're almost there. I'm gonna hold off on this one because it's obviously snowy out and we're supposed to get snow again in the next couple days. So I'm gonna hold off on that so I don't get water in here until I can fully seal it and stuff like that. So almost there. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the video right here because pretty sure you don't want to watch me put all these things in the boxes. It's just snip and poke, super easy. The hole's obviously gonna wait. And the only thing really left to do is pull the home runs in that pipe, that little gray one right there, from the garage. Yeah, I'm powering this from the garage because I can, because I want to, honestly. And then put that in. It's all simple stuff that you probably don't want to watch. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. If you do want to see more work on the patio, subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be drywalling, and this is gonna be extra square footage to the house eventually, hopefully soon. So hang in and watch around. And be doing more work in here, more work on cars and stuff like that. So don't forget, stay motivated, and thanks for watching, and come back for the next video, alright? Cool. Also comment if you want to see more, you know it's good. And what else you'd like to see. Just go ahead and give me a little into the box down there, and yep.